Good morning. How is everyone? I hope that we're doing well. It's a wonderful Thursday. We had a nice little rain shower yesterday, cooling things down a little bit. I don't know. I took a walk this morning. Not so sure that things got cooled down at all. Hi, I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and we're here for home yoga practice live. Or you can catch us on replay. It's always just fun to say, and live. This is a daily video virtual experience to hopefully develop our home yoga practice. So developing a personal practice, your connection with yoga. So I try to share elements of philosophy, asana, breath, all kinds of awesome things. So this week we're working on effort. We are developing a practice plan, assigning an amount of time that we want to work on it for this week, and observing and studying. So those are the 4 elements. If you want to know more, check it out on justbeyoga.com on the blog. I haven't yet put up this week's theme about effort. Going to make myself get that up there today. All right. I hope everybody's body's feeling good. Go ahead and check in. If you're here, let me know, how's your body feeling after yesterday? We really pushed it a little bit, I think, for the power. So I'd love to know, okay, how are the body parts responding? Today, we are working on finding new edges. So making the things that are comfortable a little less comfortable so that we're continuing to grow and explore something new, a new aspect. You might say elevating or advancing. I try to shy away from those kind of words. It puts this competitive mindset into me. And I have a huge competitive streak, and I try not to bring it into my yoga. It prevents me from staying present, puts me into this goal, objective-minded space, and I lose my sattva, my balance. I lose that sthira sukha, that ease and steadiness when I'm in that competitive, gotta get it better, gotta get it. It doesn't breed contentment, right? Santosha being contentment. In me, I'm not saying it isn't good for you, okay? I'm letting you know, I recognize those pieces in me, and I don't want to bring that into my yogic experience. Can I start to explore new ways of growing and be satisfied with every itty-bitty increment, even if that increment may be considered going in the opposite direction, but I still get to learn. It enriches the process. Okay, good morning. You all know I love it if folks kind of let me know that you're here, typing in anything, letting me know how your practice is going. Always love to get that feedback, and I can answer something or offer a resource. So let me know if you're here. If you want, go ahead and type that in. Otherwise, this morning, we're going to go ahead and get started and find our flow. Maybe review your plan a little bit before we get going to kind of know, all right, I'm coming on my mat. What am I here to work on? What is my practice today? What is my practice this week? So go ahead and get yourselves comfy, get your block, your strap, pillows, whatever. Make yourselves comfortable. You could be lying down if you prefer. We're going to do a check-in, and that's just kind of bringing our awareness onto the mat. You can do your check-in in any form you like. I like to start sitting. And if you want your eyes closed, have your eyes be closed. If you want them open, have them be open. Good morning, Claudia. Allow for the time that it takes to let all of that tingling sensation of excitability to settle down. To let your awareness slow down from hopping to thing to thing to thing. To just being here. We could start today checking in with our mind and sit with the mind as it starts to slow down. Try not to block out the thoughts. Notice where your mind wanders to. Notice your breath. If you keep your attention on the breath, how does that start to affect your mind? And feel your physical body. Hips, spine, your limbs, your skin. What is it like to live in your physical body right at this moment? Is there something starting to strain in your spine or your hips from being in this still space? And can we observe it? Starting to invite a bit of today's practice of finding a new edge into sitting. What is going on? Is it merely aggravating? Are we impatient? Is it a slight discomfort? How is our breath? What are we growing and learning in the breath right here? What does your spirit need from your attention right now? Is there a way of being you could encourage right now? Let's breathe in and lengthen upward. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, gentle side bend. Allow your attention to go somewhere along the side of the body that you don't usually let your attention linger upon. What's going on? Is it tense? Is it active? Is there something more you could invite there? Is there something more you could invite in breath there? Gradually lifting upright. Exhale over to the other side. New space. New attention. Each new breath is a brand new second in time. And gradually bringing ourselves back upright. Exhale, hands to prayer. We'll lengthen the legs out in front of us. We could point and flex. And then hold the point. Notice what you notice in the skin at the tops of your ankles, the tops of your feet. Notice the muscles in your shins and your calves as you're holding this for a while. No, come on. I don't want her to go and bark. Go lie down. Now flex the toes to your face. Hold, spread the toes. Feel your effort. Notice your mind. Sitting up tall in the spine, finding our Dandasana. Staff pose. Good morning, Amanda. Could you lift your spine any taller? Where are you noticing the muscles that are actually doing the lifting? Could you ask a different region to lift you? What is that effort feeling like? Staying active in the toes and the feet. Notice your mind. A new edge in stillness and waiting and staying active. I know for me, I call it my inner 2-year-old, who's like, I want what I want when I want it. And I want it right now, and I want to change. And I'm like, there's probably something I could learn here. Probably something to experience. Gentle twist. Growing tall through the spine, pressing the backs of the legs down. Relaxing the belly. Breathing in. Breathing out. Can the toes and the feet remain active? What's growing? What's being stimulated and activated? What's fatiguing? And let's gradually come around to the other side. Be honest with yourself when you have stopped practicing, when you're just kind of hanging out in the twist. Don't shame yourself about it. Just bring some honesty and gently guide yourself back to practicing, and look at your will that you're confronting. Look at the effort that we're exerting. Look at your breath. And release, come to center. Breath in, lifting up, exhale, hinging it forward. Toes remaining flexed. Shoulder blades rolling down your spine. Squeezing your thighs. Ask yourself, am I squeezing or am I strangling? Do I know the difference? Can I feel that difference? Every inhale, lift the chest a little. Every exhale, root the legs down. With every inhale, can I still feel the effort of lengthening? With each exhale, am I feeling the effort of pressing the backs of the legs down? Am I practicing the breath? Am I quieting the mind by giving it a focal point somewhere on my mat? Letting my attention linger on that spot and sit with the mind as it wants to buck up against that, as it wants to rebel, as it wants to insist it needs something new. And roll the spine up, patient, slow. Now invite us to come to child's pose. So we'll make our way to our hands and knees. Notice how you move to get there. Choose your child's pose, either knees wide or knees together, maybe a block down for your head to rest on. You could be choosing to have your arms extending out in front of you, maybe behind you. Loosen the tummy and allow the breath to expand your low belly. Feel the roundness of the belly. See if you can become aware of the organs in your abdomen as you breathe. Can you still slide the shoulders back and away from your ears? Could you still lengthen your chest long and forward? Can we still sink heavy in the hips? Practice your longest, slowest, deepest, kindest breath. Slowly coming forward to hands and knees. And we're just going to lay the belly down onto the floor on the mat. Rest your forehead. Inner thighs together, soften your shoulders. Try to untense the muscles in your body. Even as you try to hold these arms in the position that you are, try not to exert much. Let the effort be on the non-doing. Practice your fullest breath. Feel the container of this body being the container for your breath. Gentle cobra breath in. Lift the chest. Use the arms. Relax the spine. Keep the elbows bent. Neck is neutral. Relax the butt muscles. Where's your breath? And lower. Soften. Feel alignment of the arms. Elbows over wrists. Shoulders pulling away from your ears. Butt neutral. Breath in, cobra. Let less be more. Exhale, lower. Feel the movement of this upper chest, encaged with the rib cage. Breath in and lift. Feel those ribs accordioning. Exhale, lower. Feel your skin being pliable. Once again, breath in. Exhale, child's pose. Change something about your child's pose. Can we let go completely? What does that mean to you? Identify a new area of the body you rarely spend attention on, and practice letting go completely there. I'm choosing the back of my left calf, and when I bring mind into it, letting go completely, I can feel my body weight sinking onto that muscle. I keep asking that muscle to soften and receive my body weight. I can feel more body weight when I exhale, less body weight when I inhale. Downward facing dog when you're ready. Extending the arms out in front of us. Coming forward to hands and knees, tucking the toes. Easing our way to downward dog. Now maybe try not to move any of your limbs as you come into down dog, especially if you tend to always readjust. Let that be a new edge. If you never readjust, go ahead and readjust something. Maybe the distance of your feet apart. Allow the upper body weight to sag heavy toward the earth. Press down firm and solid through the palms, the wrists, the forearms, the upper arms. Extension. Tilting the tailbone up as you press the heels back. Practice your practice plan. What is your effort here? Where is the ease? What is the quality of breath? We'll make our way up to the top of the mat. You could bring one knee down first, stepping your leg up, or just take a big long step. Ragdolling. You could grab opposite elbows, or your arms could be down on the floor or behind your calves. Knees can be soft. Feel the weight of your head dangling from your neck. Where is your attention? How is your body container? What can we be aware of in the body container? Side to side, front and back, inside, outside. Breath. Rolling the spine up eventually. Finding our mountain. Rooting down through the legs, lifting up through the ribs. Gentle shoulder rotations. Now with that cueing, have we gone to a same old in the shoulder rotation, or is there something new we could explore? a new way to apply, a new direction to really put our attention and focus on. What does it enlighten us toward? Change direction. We'll find our mountain. Sun salute A. Breathing in, lengthening. Did we start to become in a hurry? Did we get into autopilot? Explore, being aware of something new. Grow taller, root more. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Maybe change the amount of time that you would normally stay here. Finding your half flat back when you're ready. Explore it, lengthen it, maybe a new amount of time. Maybe your hands in a different position. Hands down, stepping to plank. And when I stepped there, I would just change the leg. I usually step the left back first. Lowering through. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. I'm doing a slight inward rotation of my upper thighs. Noticing how that refers into my sacrum. And let's step our way up toward the top of our mat. Half flat back. Forward fold. So we had 4 postures that we had chosen that we would practice this week. I chose for the one-legged balance, half moon. So I'm going to start to prepare myself there and then work a new edge there. All right. So if you have chosen that pose, fine, you can follow along with me. If there is a different one, start to get yourself ready. Maybe it was Warrior 3. So I'm going to lengthen my spine. I'm going to go ahead and get my block. I'm going to spend some time first just in the half flat. Spreading my toes, being aware of my entire structure. So from the base, checking in on, can I get support from each toe? Have I ever thought of it that way? Where is the weight in my feet? They were kind of dumping in toward the arches. So I'm trying to spread my weight down over the entire sole of each foot. Still really right dominant. I can feel that in my body, that I'm really pressed more through the right than the left. Noticing my hips, I'm going to need stability in the hips, sturdiness. I don't need them to be wiggly, right, in order to hold that half moon. Now I need the muscles in my spine to really put a grip around that spine to make my spine solid. I'm going to lift my right leg up behind me. So if you were doing Warrior 3, you could follow along with us here and hold here. And then your new edge could be one hand to your heart. Some of you may be playing with 2 hands to your heart. I'm getting ready for half moon, but I'm going to drive that heel back. So even if you're doing the Warrior, lengthening the crown forward, sometimes just spending time on, could I extend my neck? Can I put energy and effort and attention there? So you can stay there playing with one hand or no, or just focusing on the neck. I'm going to twist the chest open. And I'm twisting the hip open, rooting down through that left leg. I'm going to bring my right hand to my hip. Now I'm feeling the body navigating because we only did one sun salute. So these hips are really being asked to wake up right now. Now my edge is going to be, I'm going to lift my left arm off of the block or the floor in a moment. But for some of you, that edge could be lifting the right arm up. Maybe it could be just paying attention to the left foot. And breathe. And fall. I'm going to reapproach for a moment, but I want to see if I can keep my focus and my calm. I'm noticing a little bit of, oh, wow, I just did that on camera. And that's okay because we are flawed human beings. And I'm learning. And both hands down. Closing the hip, lengthening back into the spine. Bringing that foot down. Forward fold. Deep breath. Noticing what I'm noticing in that left leg. And man, the calf in that left leg. My left hip is actually talking, like releasing all of the clench that it was trying to give me support from. I was probably over clenching. Now I want my analytic mind to turn off and just feel. Feel energy dissipating. And we're going to get ready for the other side. So I'm just going to turn. So I'm going to be lifting my left leg this time, but I'm not in a hurry to get there. Going to feel each piece. Build the base. Build the torso. Calm the mind. Let go of objectives. Connecting. That's our yoga, just connecting. I'm going to lift the left leg up, paying attention to how I extend that, how I lift that. Lengthening through my neck. Engaging in my core. All right, if some of you are working that warrior 3, start to find that space. I'm tilting, twisting. That left hip on top of the right. Noticing that if I go slow and patiently, I have a little bit more steadiness. I was going to use the word control, but I really just want to apply the word steadiness. Control isn't necessarily connection. Control is kind of domination. At least when I start to think about the words that I use. Find your new edge. I'm going to lift that right arm and come down. And breathe. And start to bring ourselves back. If you had to reapproach, that's a great opportunity to explore staying calm, staying without a goal, bringing that left leg down, forward folding. I'm going to move the block out of the way, half flat back, make it new. Where's the weight in your feet? Are you lengthening the spine? Are you locking your knees? Something new. And we'll step to plank. Slowly lower through. So if you want to explore Cobra, go ahead. If you want to explore Up Dog, go ahead. Maybe that's a new space of feeling arms, core, and spine. So if you're going to find your Up Dog, placing the tops of the toes down, pressing down through the arms, lifting the hips, lifting the thighs, chest is up, shoulders down. Still don't want to squeeze the butt. Be mindful of remaining neutral in the neck. And downward facing dog. What are you doing in the down dog now? Are you just waiting? Are you chilling out? Or are you lengthening the spine? Take those words and ask yourself, can I feel somewhere along my torso a muscle set that can drive the body upward to lengthen? What has to root to let you lengthen? Could you press down and forward through the arms, down and back through the heels as the hips lift? Where is that initiating from? Child's pose when you're ready. Notice your mind, notice your body. Notice the level of awareness and attention when we're working at this pace with this amount of effort, with our attention so focused. Dolphin. I'm going to place those forearms down. So this is my inversion. If there was a different inversion that you chose to practice, maybe it's a headstand, maybe it's a handstand, maybe it's just down dog again. Go ahead and find it. I have been working dolphin this week. So that's a forearm down dog. So I'm going to bring the arms down parallel. I'll show you all this way. Parallel like railroad tracks, not letting the hands come in. Trying not to let the elbows kind of bulldog outward. Having the elbows in, elbows directly underneath of the shoulder joint, okay? Spreading the palms, pressing those palms down. Don't dig into the elbow. And then we'll tuck the toes, lifting the hips up and back, dolphin. Pressing the heels back and down just as we would in down dog. And still aspiring to have energy lift up through the hips toward the sky. Freely letting the head release. I'm going to let time be my new edge here. Maybe you want your new edge to be attention on the legs. If you need to come down and take a break, come down, take a break. And child's pose. I'm going to bring my arms behind me for this child's pose because the arms, in the shoulders, in between the shoulder blades. We're really feeling it. Good, and we'll do another sun salute A. So from child's pose, arms out in front of us, coming forward to hands and knees, tucking toes, lifting hips, downward facing dog. Stay in that new formation of your down dog. Looking forward and making your way up toward the top of your mat. Half flat back, new expression. Forward fold. Breathing in as we come all the way up, lifting from a new area of your body. Maybe an area that you don't even think of as being able to provide lift. Put your attention there, put your effort there. And forward fold. What are we learning? What are we mapping in our landscape of our body? Half flat. Stepping to plank. Lowering when we're ready. Up dog or cobra. Okay, new edge, new number of breaths. We've never been here before. What is your expression of your energy, your consciousness in this shape, in this moment? How are you showing up? Downward facing dog. Left side, left arm, right leg. What is going on? And we'll come forward to the top of our mat. Half flat. Forward fold. All right. Crane was an arm balance. I've got this new shirt, and you guys can tell I absolutely do not like it. Crane was the arm balance that I have chosen that I was going to be working on. If there's a different arm balance that is a part of your practice that you would rather do, it can be an Astavakrasana, that's the spider pose. It could be Galavasana, cross-legged chair into an arm balance. You could double dip, handstand as an arm balance, or you can follow along with us. For some of us, the crane unto itself is a new edge, okay? But if there was a new aspect, let's say you get into it comfortably. If there's a new aspect, lifting the hips higher or starting to straighten the arms a bit. It could be microcosmically, okay? Little micro movements. That can be a new aspect. You could try to lift one knee off of an elbow. Be prepared to lightly fall if that is a new space for you. Focus on breath. Feel your mind and your countenance staying in ease. All right. So for the new folks, if this is a new space, palms were down, shoulder distance apart, elbows are bending backwards. Maybe clamp the knees and look forward and lean forward, and maybe the toes come off the mat, okay? Others may want to explore, and this could be just a new way of exploring too, bringing, I'll turn sideways, bringing the upper arms or the tricep onto the knees. That can be a practice unto itself because there's a lot of tucking of the body that has to be done. And then palms down, shoulder distance, keeping those knees high, looking forward, chin forward, shifting the weight, feeling the palms and the arms becoming more substantial. Got to grip the tummy a bit and breathe. and come down. Good. I'm going to reapproach one more time. Let's do some wrists. Notice where tension accumulated, maybe in the shoulders. Space, right? We make compacted contraction. We need to invest in the opposite energy and expand spaciousness into those wrists and fingers. All right, wherever we are, do expect to get bruises, okay, up here. Try not to have your knees on the bony part of the elbow. It's going to slide right off, and then you're going to roll on that funny bone, and it's not going to be funny. So we'll clamp, feel this, and this could be your edge, shifting forward and back. Shifting forward and back. Trying to keep that gaze forward and observing what's going on inside of us, inside of our mind, inside of our will, the obstacles that are coming up that are saying, oh, I want to quit, or oh, I don't want to do this, or oh, I don't like it. Whatever it is that you encounter, observe it. What is it that I don't like? Do I tend to react to things I don't like? Do I just give in to that reaction? Observing our reactions is a huge part of our yoga, of noticing our own tendencies and accepting them, okay? I'm not saying we need to fix, just go, oh, wow, I do a thing, right? Yoga is really a vastly introspective practice that makes us aware, building awareness of what we do. All right, last one. I'm going to find my space. And come down. Let's come to a seated space. I'm going to widen the legs out. Flexing the toes, sitting up tall. I'm going to work those arms. Bear hug. From the crane we just did, I'm just going to twist. You could have an eagle arms if you want. And other side. Good. Now feel free to clear out fleshy bits. And I'm going to walk forward. Now I'm going to hinge with as flat of a spine as I can. You might want a pillow out in front of you. Pressing the backs of the legs down. Pulling the top of the head forward. This may be where many of you stop. Some of you might want to walk forward. And if anything touched the floor, let it be the low belly first, then the chest, and then the chin. Lengthening the spine forward. Imagine your spine from the low back all the way through the top of your head is like a slinky. And you're pulling it in a straight line forward. Engage the muscles in your thighs, but not be a super strangle squeeze. Make that a new edge of playing with. Can I just apply like 30% of my energy? And what happens in the spine? 70%? What happens in the spine? Vary between. And bring ourselves up. That was a nice little yummy transition. We can bring one arm onto, this is my right hand, right leg. Turn the chest a bit. I'm going to let this elbow rest on the shin. Some of you could bring that elbow down inside of the inner thigh. Now I'm pressing that way, and that turns my chest this way. And lengthen. Now try to root that left butt cheek to the floor. Revolving and rooting. Lengthening your head toward your right foot. Where's your mind? Where's your effort? Let go of wanting to feel any way. Accept what we're feeling. Detach from an expectation. Stay safe. And we'll gradually come up. Gentle neck rotation. Try to apply a lift somewhere in the neck while you're rotating. A lift in the upper chest so as not to collapse and round. Change direction. All right, getting ready for the other side. Left arm. Rotating. Rooting through the legs. And lengthening. Lengthen from somewhere along the rib cage, not the shoulder joint. Lengthen from the neck to the left foot. And I'm trying to ground my right butt cheek to stay on the floor. What are you applying effort toward? What are you accepting? Feeling, not thinking. And we'll gradually come upright. Bottoms of the feet together. There's one more pose. And I think I had chosen reclining half hero. And we're going to get ready for that. But for me today, I'm going to work on it being a reclining hero. Now, you don't have to do this posture. If you are doing the reclining half hero, because for some of you it might be bridge. I don't know what the pose was that you chose. But we're going to find a new edge. So if we are finding the reclining half hero, I'll get my strap and my pillow. So remember to get yourselves whatever prop it is that you need for your posture. I'm getting my pillow and I'm getting a strap for a demo. All right, so some of you, if you are doing your reclining half hero, you may want And I'm going to do it here because actually I think I'll do this instead of full, because full is, it's a battleground in my mind and my body. So I think I'd rather my body be a little bit more warmed up today than stepping into that way. So it's a good mindful way about my effort today. Just kind of saying, I think I had it in mind to do full, but I know that my amount of effort in that would probably be more harmful than good for me. Remember what I said about my competitive mind. So I'm going to let the strap hold the thighs together so that they can't fall apart. And I'm going to find my reverse here. Now, remember, everybody doesn't have to be in this space. You could be choosing a bridge. If you're choosing bridge, you could be in a supported bridge. You could be choosing to be unsupported, but hold that bridge for quite a while. Maybe you're working on wheel, that full back bend. That's entirely up to you. So don't look at this and go, oh my God, I can't do that. I hate yoga. I can't do that. Everybody can't. Some people shouldn't, depending on injuries that we have going on. There are other ways to access different areas of the body. For today, for this pose, this is the one that I chose for myself. So I'm going to bring the pillow up against my back. Now, what's great about the strap, and not great, but what's great is that it's not going to allow my inner thighs to display into an open position. So it's going to keep them neutral and really isolate the muscles in the front of the hip, the psoas, some of my low abdomen and my low back, as well as the quad. You choose. Maybe you don't keep it super tight if you're using the strap. If you're doing both legs bent back at the same time, remember that full hero, great. You could still use the strap. All right. For the remainder of our time, I'm going to do both of these sides. So I'm going to recline. Woo, doggy. And I think I said, there's a pro and a con to this, right? And the con can just be the same thing. Ooh, it doesn't let me come out. And I get to confront, like, wow. Because it helps really isolate into an area. I'm feeling in the front of my quad, a little bit of my right low back and my sacrum. And I'm going to let my mind and my will and my effort be on softness. Even in my shoulders, they had started to clench. Using the breath. And I would say when I got into it, my body was responding with a volume of 20. And now the volume has come down to about an 8. Where is your mind right now? What amount of ease are we practicing? What amount of santosha or contentment? Can we apply effort that we are worth this exploration? Apply effort to that. Can we feel texture and nuance in sensation? Where can I feel my breath? What's opening? What's being set free? If you want to stay in that longer, stay in that longer. I'm going to bring this foot out from there. You might need to readjust your strap to switch sides. I think I can navigate it by keeping the strap where it is. Another edge could have been a smaller pillow. My body's saying, no, not doing that today. But we'll start to lay down flatter. So there's different edges that you could explore. Maybe no pillow at all. All right, so if we're ready to change sides, if you did a bridge, if you want to take a rest, you could do another bridge in between or get ready for Shavasana. And, this side says, oh yeah, I am not that other side. Use your breath. Use your breath not to go away, but to come into this moment even more. Explore all that this moment has to show us. Live and feel and experience. Be in it. Don't fix it, change it, judge it. Be in it. Could you let your arms be heavier? Can you bring your attention to an area of your body you don't usually let your attention go to? What do you observe? What could you soften? What can you touch with your breath? What do you notice about your mind? Practice and detach. Practice and detach. And gradually coming upright, bringing that leg out from under us. I'm going to set the strap free. Take your time. I'm going to do Apache Multanasana, forward fold. That is a counter pose to what we just did. So the leg being bent back behind us, kind of in a back bend. So then I'm going to fold the body forward into a forward bend. So as a counter, evening and balancing out the energies and what was expected of the body. Breath, lift from the waist, from the hips. Exhale. Shoulders away. Filling up the low back and the low belly, nostril breathing. Contracting the thighs, giving leverage for the spine to move. And coming upright. All right. I appreciate everyone joining for our Thursday of finding new edges, doing things differently. If you've ever found yourself saying, oh, I went to that class and they didn't do a pigeon, I need a pigeon, and I've been guilty of this myself. But by changing things up, it deliberately helps us look at the things that we've grown attached to, and allows us for new areas of growing. There's a lot to be said for the discipline of routine, because sometimes that is something that holds us accountable as well. But shaking things up also gives us a new area of growth. So look at ways in which you can extend new ways of practicing now and again, and maybe just do one new thing. It could be for a day, it could be for a week, something else to add into your yoga practice plan. So effort, our 4 postures, doing things differently, finding a new edge, finding something else to grow with. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this has been our home yoga practice live. I'm deeply grateful to be able to share practice with you all. Namaste. All right, team. If you're hanging out for a minute, we are going to have a special event this Friday at 9 p.m. I'm working with the Arts Council. I've been chosen to be, kind of the artist. And we're going to be doing a glow and flow yoga practice. So grab some glow bands, put them all over your body, maybe get some glow in the dark paint. I got some. We're going to do a fun, accessible yoga flow in the nighttime. I'm going to be outside in the dark so I can glow and flow. And we'll have a singing bowl, guided meditation at the end. So it'll be from 9 o'clock till about 10:15, just to give us time to have that meditation. I hope that you can join us virtually. It's going to be here on Facebook Live, at the Arts Council's Facebook Live, but we're going to find a way to pipe it in also to my YouTube. So if you can't find the Arts Council of Greater Lansing, go to our YouTube. Hope that you guys will join us and have some fun. Maybe take a selfie of you guys with your glow bands on, doing your yoga poses, bringing an artistic and creative bend to our yoga. All right. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day.